Welcome back to another video, folks, and you know the usual, another video and another recommendation. This time it's a webtoon slash manhwa called The Extra Academy's Survival Guide. And when I first read that title, I was like, okay, please don't be boring. Like, please don't be boring. This time it's not the usual SSS rank or sword master or regressing, you know. It's a survival guide. I have never heard this, the Extra Academy Survival Guide. I thought this was gonna be some random bum-ass story, but no. Behold my surprises when I read the whole thing, and I was like, oh, this is a gem I found. This is a gem, alright? And anyone who badmouths this is I'm just kidding. It's pretty good. I enjoyed it. And it seems like other people do enjoy it as well. Although some of them are calling it like a copycat to another one that's called, what do you call? It's something similar to this. I forgot the name. It's like extra something, side character or something. I forgot. I'm gonna make another video on that one as well. They're pretty similar, but they are different, right? So let's just get on to this. What's the premise of the story? It's basically a dude who's IRL and he gets transported into this game. I forgot how. It's been like a couple days or a while actually since I last read it, and I just didn't make a video on it, and I thought I should make it now, so that's what I'm doing. So it's a dude in IRL. He gets sent to this game that he played, and he played like multiple other characters, but of all the characters that he gets possessed into, he gets put into Ed Roythler or something like that. I'm just gonna call it Ed for short, you know. And this guy is a bum ass character that's supposed to be a third-rate villain that gets defeated in like the first beginning of the game, and obviously he doesn't want to get his ass clapped, no homo, but he obviously doesn't want to get his ass beat, so he has to do something. And right to start it off, he gets kicked out of the academy, you know, because he was doing some heinous stuff. He was trying to jeopardize the main character of this story's progression. He was trying to jeopardize his test, but obviously he got caught by the president, the class president, you know, because all of these people seem to have budgets enough for the class president to be able to banish a student from the academy. Damn. And with that in mind, you already know the main character is already starting off, well, our main character, not the novel's main character that he got possessed into. We already know he's starting off on a rocky beginning, you know. So what is he gonna do? And it's actually pretty wholesome. Like the progression of the story, oh my gosh, it just gets so much better and better and better. You just feel like captivated by his work, I guess. He just keeps on working and working to get better. It's not really generic, although there is a pop-up window of a game system. I mean, come on now, he got sucked into a game, so wait, what do you expect? There's obviously going to be stats and whatnot, but his interaction with the characters, he's obviously trying to raise his reputation because everyone in the academy thinks he's a dipshit, you know, a piece of shit, obviously from all his other scoundrel behaviors. That wasn't him. Since he was supposed to be a third rate, he was already supposed to be gone. But later on throughout the story, he affects multiple things that is not part of his plan because it wasn't supposed to happen. Obviously, since in the original of the game, this character was supposed to be gone already. He was supposed to be a bum-ass homeless person already. So yeah, it's quite interesting. So starting off with like the first chapter, not the prologue, we see him over here. He gets sent to like the woods. Well, not the woods. He himself goes to the woods because he has nowhere else to go. And look, the art, it's fucking fire, man. It's not the best that you've seen, but it's clean and it gets the job done, you know? The facial expressions, the interaction with the characters, the dialogue, bro, it's actually pretty good. There's emotion and depth into the characters. It's not a cutout, freaking generic, cool, edgy, oh yeah, I'm that dude, man. Yeah, what's up? I got my hands in my pockets too. No, there's actually emotions shown from the characters. I can't believe it. This is actually a gem that I found, you know? It's kind of surprising to think that a character expressing emotion that is well done can make such an impact, you know? Who would have thought? But yeah, whoever did this did an amazing job at expressing the emotions, the artist. Look, it's just the progression going from this bum to like later on, because this freaking forest that he lives in, it actually expands. He doesn't just like go back to the academy. I don't want to spoil too much, but let's just say he makes it his living home, right? It just goes from a little tent to a shack to then later on it just gets more wholesome and wholesome. And then his family visits too, which all of them think he's a dipshit as well. But to their shock and surprise, obviously he's not anymore because he's a different person. But they see who he is. They don't believe it. They're like, what the hell? Everyone in the academy treats him differently. They thought he was gonna get treated like ass because he was ass in the beginning, but now he's not. And his interaction with the main character, bro, it's not like great, like it's not friendly. Okay, I just don't want to get there because it's gonna be too much of a spoiler. You guys should just read it. It's just so good. What makes it so amazing for me personally is the interaction with the different characters that he has when he's trying to improve his reputation. That's what I love about these stories, when they already have like a rocky bottom star and they try to improve the reputation, but it's like have to be done well. Okay, and Solo Leveling, they did it pretty well. There was a lot of hype behind it, you know. It wasn't like too edgy or something like that. Unlike the couple cutout copy pastes of Solo Leveling that have like no emotional depth to the characters at all, which I'm just like, come on, man, just express some type of emotion, anger, frustration, sadness, like come on. Which is why I'm so fond of this character and the webtoon or manhwa itself as well. Let me just show you guys a couple panels of this, you know, so you can look at the art. Yep, it's just the first chapter. It's not too freaking spoilers, you know. Oh yeah, to start off, he's not trying to get himself attracted or anything because there's just gonna be more problems. But obviously that's not gonna happen because this is the academy, and whenever you're in the academy, shit gets down and it's real, alright? So you can forget your dream of living happily and peacefully, especially after you graduate. That's not gonna happen until like the end of the webtoon. So that's a long way ahead. But nonetheless, that's Ed's goal right now. Here in these few panels, as you can see, his priority is food, clothing, and shelter. He has to like find food for himself. He's poor right now because his family doesn't give a shit about him, because one of the things that was about him being banished from the academy was that his name is gonna get cut off from his family. That means whatever line of connection he had to nobility, that is done. No more. So this man's all by himself with whatever stuff he has in his luggage, which is another add-on point to his character growth that happens later on in the story. Now, with all that being said, this sounds like amazing, right? But it's kind of a problem. It's kind of a teensy-tiny problem that I don't mind too much if it's not too heavily focused on, which in this webtoon, it doesn't seem to be. It's just a bit, it's like a 50 to 45% focused on, not 100%, you know, which I'm glad personally. And what is that? Well, I'm gonna get onto that, which is in the cons section. But first and foremost, let's start with the pros. The art, 10 out of 10. Amazing. Great expression of emotions and character action. 2, the story is amazing, and that's actually interesting and not too generic. 3, the characters have development, they have growth. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the pro section. And as for the con, this might upset some of you guys. It's the H word. There's a bit of a harem, okay? Wait, calm down. Don't click off the video just yet, all right? It's not too heavily focused on, okay? Thankfully, our dude over here, MC, is not a simp, so he doesn't really give a shit about that. He's like, I don't really care. I just have to focus on graduating. So yeah, he just sees them as friends. There's like a couple potential candidates for his love interest, but he doesn't really care or give a shit about that. He's just focusing on what he has to do. And it's not like your generic, oh, let me just get close to you, you know, and oh, I'm in love with you and stuff like that. No, the girls are actually fighting for this guy, which I'm like, damn. All right, I have not seen this before, you know. It's usually generic and like boring, but this is actually somewhat interesting. Okay, it's not too annoying. There is one chick that is a bit annoying, and she's a spirit user, but it's all right. She's all right, you know. It's not too bad. It's not anything too bad. Personally, I find the red chick more less annoying and more likable. That's personally my opinion. But with that out of the way, what's the second con? Yeah, actually, there's no second con. So in short, the pros are that it has good art, good character development, well-drawn character emotions, and there's actual character emotion shown in the freaking webtoon, which I'm so happy, you know. I don't know about you guys, but that's just it just makes me so happy. As for the cons, there's a bit of harem, which I'm not really a big fan of, but it is what it is, you know. I'm just used to it at this point. I just hope it's not too annoying, and it's not. It's actually pretty interesting. So yeah, that's all from me today, and you guys should go check it out. Again, it's called The Extra Academy Survival Guide. The Extra Academy Survival Guide. So far, there's like 50 plus chapters, somewhere around that. So yeah, go check it out. Binge read it. It's really good. You'll enjoy it. Tell me in the comments down below if you guys enjoyed it and what you think of it. Is it like generic, or is it different from what you believe? Did you enjoy it? Would you rate it out of 10? 7? Personally, I'd give it like a 8.5 out of 10, all right? Because it's getting into the juicy part right now. Like, it's getting to the juicy part. I'm just letting it marinate right now, you know? And I haven't read it. Those parts, yes. Like, a couple chapters, I'm letting it marinate. Because once those parts are done, and I actually enjoy it, and they actually execute it well, then at that point, I think it'll be a 9 or a 10. So yeah, that's all from me today. I've yapped out long enough. So see you guys next time. Peace.